right. Let's see how we're doing here. Are we on Facebook? I think we are. All right, let me get that set up. Edit this. Settings. Chiller chat. All right, hooked up to the other pages on Facebook, and now let's see how we're doing on YouTube. Where are we on YouTube? I don't know if I'm on YouTube. Anybody on YouTube? Check me out. Good evening. Okay, now if anybody's on YouTube, why isn't that working? I'm getting a little concerned here. I'm getting really concerned. All right, as soon as I know whether I'm on YouTube, I'll begin here. I don't see you on YouTube, it says. Okay. Well, we will go back on YouTube. Still have about well, it's 8 o'clock right now. All right, let me get on here and we'll start this up. But not before I know whether I'm on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Aha! We are on YouTube. Okay. Whew! All right, 8 o'clock, let's go. Okay, hey everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. Welcome to another week of the Chiller Night Live pre-show. February 15th, 2020. We made it. So, thanks for joining us. We are, wow, hitting strong right out the gate. Corpus says, greetings peeps. Hey, Corpus. Read down about the YouTube comments. I think we have that taken care of. David says, good evening, as Hitchcock used to say. That he did. Tom says, no, YouTube, don't see you there. No. David says, champagne is popped and served. Cheers. Tom says, you are YouTubeless. That is so weird. I see it on there. My YouTube is showing it. I know it wasn't there at first. Give it a few seconds here for it to catch up, and then I think I'll be on there. Al says, hi everyone. Hey Al, thanks for joining us. I think I'm on YouTube right now. I jumped on here at the last minute, loading stuff up onto the queue. We had Bradley's 16-year-old birthday today, so it was on the 11th, but we had a lot of family and his friends over today. Tom says, is it public? Oh, good call. Now see if that's working. See if that fixed the problem with the YouTube. Good call. I didn't even think about that, but I did have that off earlier this week. I was working on some stuff on there with OBS and YouTube. So hopefully, 3 minutes in, we are on YouTube now. Somebody let me know if you're on YouTube. And Cassandra says, hi all, or hi Al. Okay. All right, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that we are on. You're there now. You're on now. Okay, good. Well, I was thinking maybe you're watching it from our account where you would see the private setting. The others, like Tom or whoever's on YouTube now. Okay, Corpus is there. We go. All right. Okay, great. We did it. We did it. I just never gave up hope. All right. Tom says, you here. Okay, all right. Well, hey, I want to start out by thanking Stream TV once again for giving me a format on which to feature my programming every week. Every week from 9 p.m. until about 3:30 a.m. Throughout the night, you can watch Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat. They've been doing that with me for over 2 years now, so I want to thank Stream TV and Chop Block TV, CBTV Horror Network. I want to thank those guys for having us on and for supporting Chiller Night Theater, Chiller Chat as well. And you can look them up at butchermedia.com. That's butchermedia.com. And of course, Paranormal Warehouse at paranormalwarehouse.com. These sites, these channels, they support Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat, and they support us. And so, in turn, I'd certainly like to encourage you to support them as well. So, I want to thank those guys. Okay, now tonight, here's what's on. Oh, wait a minute. I take that back. I can't officially do that until I just noticed Brad's. It's a Chiller Night pre-show with Bryan Hogue, starring Bryan Hogue. Now here's Bryan. Bryan, what's on tonight, Bryan? Well, I'm glad you asked, Brad. Okay, here we go. 9 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is White Zombie. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Samantha Diener. 11, of course, you know her as Elle Von Nark. 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Devil's Hand. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Leah Dawn Madden. And 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. Beast from Haunted Cave. We do have 3 separate episodes tonight of Chiller Night Theater. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. And we just had recently, at the beginning of the month, we had a Friday Night Frights. We had a live Chiller Night Theater episode. So we will be seeing the edited version of that very soon, in a couple weeks. I can't do it right now. There's a little bit of a stall, a little delay on being able to present new content right now at the station, but for this channel. But that'll just be another week or two, and then we'll have that just in time for another Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights, Attack of the Giant Leeches. I will be touching upon that very soon. Oh, Ava said I switched it to my account. Okay, in reply to what I said earlier about the Chiller Night Theater account for YouTube. Al says the gang's all here. It's looking like it. All right. Tom says White Zombie. That's a good movie. I like Bela Lugosi in that movie. He does a super, super good job. Okay. Corpus is replying to Tom Paisley. I am both here and in YouTube land to answer your question. Oh, that's pretty cool. Cool. All right. Double watching tonight. What's going on here? Okay. Now, speaking of Corpus, we had the watch party Thursday night. Watch The Crazies. Good movie. George Romero. Corpus, whenever you want, if you'd like to announce the movie for the next watch party on the Chiller Night Facebook group page, which will be Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So whenever you're ready, we shall announce it. Someone says hi, Leroy. Is Leroy with us? There he is. Hey, all right. Thanks for joining us tonight, Leroy. All right, so while we are waiting for the announcement of the movie title for this coming Thursday, Brad says drum roll. There's my... Okay, Corpus says, yes, Thursday's movie, guys, so excited. Phantasm, right there. All right, there was a viewer, remember last Saturday night, who asked about Phantasm. And I didn't know if he meant for the Chiller Night Facebook group page or Chiller Night Theater. And as I explained, I can't play it on Chiller Night Theater, but Corpus can play it on the Chiller Night Facebook group page. So there you have it, folks. I hope he's on here tonight. He was one of our YouTube viewers, so if you're on there, hopefully, and if you're not, maybe you'll watch this after its live presentation sometime throughout the week. Tom says, I knew that it was going to be at You just had a feeling. There it is. Phantasm. All right. Pretty groovy. So, let's see. Corpus says, hi, Leroy. Okay, I think we're all caught up with that. If you're new, I'm telling you, there's a, on Facebook, if you guys on YouTube, if you have accounts on Facebook, jump on there and become a member of the Chiller Night Facebook group page. It's a private group. Simply request become a member, and we can let you on, and then you can join in with the watch parties. We have one that's regularly scheduled every Thursday night. Corpus, she heads that one, and she picks out the movie and plays that and moderates that one. So we certainly appreciate that every Thursday night. But members, you can play watch parties throughout the week at any time. But that's kind of the movie of the week, the watch party of the week. So Leroy says, I just watched that. Oh yeah? Al says, love the tall man. I know, very creepy, very creepy. So there you have it. Phantasm. Now, we will be having a chiller chat coming up on Tuesday the 18th with one of our own, Doc Dredd. Doc's going to be on an episode of Chiller Chat this coming Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, if you are able to, join in. It's just like this. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, join in. You can ask questions, leave comments, whatever you feel is right. All right, so we will have Doc Dredd on here talking about his movie reviews and whatever else you guys want to throw questions or comments about. We will we'll chat about that as well. Tom says, in person, not quite yet. Just over the phone right now. I haven't been able to really figure that Skype thing out yet, unfortunately. So I would love to. What a great addition to the quality of the programming, especially chiller chats. Would be awesome if I could get that figured out. You're talking to a guy who's still, unfortunately, I started a Patreon. I started trying to put a Patreon page together last year. It was sometime during the course of the beginning of 2019. I got stuck on something where I couldn't really figure out how to continue, and I picked that back up last week, trying to work my way through it. I think I got things figured out, but even stuff like that would probably be so simple to most people. I just certain things aren't clicking with me. So we'll see. I sure would love to get that Skype thing set up though. But Doc Dredd will be joining us, Chiller Chat, February 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So hope you can join us. It'll be a fun episode. So I wonder if he's on here tonight. Al says, Doc! Leroy says, I'm sorry I had to put this on surround sound. Oh yeah? I wonder how that would sound. Tom says, I know, you still balance your bank account with the slide rule. Yeah. I do the little that's it. I'm a hands-on kind of guy. I'm not a keyboard kind of guy, unfortunately. I wish I were though sometimes. So there we go with the. Is Doc with us tonight? I don't see him on there. I don't think he is. That's too bad. But okay, but he'll certainly be with us Tuesday. So at least that's the plan. So all right, I think he'll come through. Okay, now and then coming up, I'm still talking about live things. I don't know why we're in chiller land. We should be talking about things that are unalive. But live Friday Night Fright. Attack of the Giant Leeches will be the next Friday Night Frights on March 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Another Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights.
Join me, Jack Shadow, for my Friday Night Frights on March 6th as I feature Attack of the Giant Leeches. Watch a live episode of Chiller Night Theater, interact with me and with other viewers during the show. Watch Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights on the Chiller Night Theater Facebook page or the Chiller Night Theater YouTube channel Friday, March 6th. Attack of the Giant Leeches. I'll be coming at you live from the land of the dead.
Brought to you by Vicelli Pizza, Butler, PA, and Gross Fest.
Okay, there we have it. Oh, Glamfang says, hi all, Corpus, welcome to the dark side. Hey, Glam, thanks for joining us. So, there you have it. That'll be the next Friday Night Frights. Want to thank Vicelli Pizza, Butler, Pennsylvania, and also Gross Fest for bringing you Attack of the Giant Leeches, the first of Monster March. Monster March that'll be the first of first Friday Night Frights that month. I am going to have at least 3, if not 4. I might be able to pull off every Friday a Friday Night Frights in March next month. So, really, really hope you're able to stop on in, join us, and support that show. And again, thanks to Vicelli Pizza, thanks to Gross Fest, and of course, thank all of you for supporting this crazy show. I enjoy bringing it to you, and so I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy producing them. So I have a feeling you do, though. You guys are really doing a great job supporting the show, and Glamfang says, oh, I already read that one. Corpus says, yes, Attack of the Giant Leeches, that'll be awesome. I like that movie. The Angry Pennsylvanian, hey peeps, I'm in Hershey tonight. Such is the life of a traveling hockey family. All right, well, thanks for joining us from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Okay. Tom says, Corpus created the dark side. Oh, we don't have to welcome her. She created it. Let's see. Al says, Monster March. Yeah, I figured I'd call it something like that. I am going to try 4 Friday Night Frights. I'm going to try every Friday of the month to have a new Friday Night Fright. So, you're going to get at least 3, if not 4. So, that's kind of where I'm at on this. I think that's kind of neat. We're going to see a lot of new content, a lot more of Jack Shadow live from the land of the dead, and that'll be coming up. So I just ask you guys if you could just share those videos. If you can't share it, because I'm not sure even if you're able to share it while you're watching it. I don't know that you can, because I'm not on that side of the of things when it's going on. But even afterwards, if you're even able to share it after it's done, that'd be greatly appreciated. During would be better, because if people are out there and they have no idea about Chiller Night Theater or Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights, it'd be awesome if they found out, hey, this is live, this is being presented right now. We can interact with the horror host, you can interact with other viewers. And so, just as much as you can to help spread the chiller word, I would certainly appreciate that very, very much. Leroy says, I want to swing by to visit you guys. You guys are not too far away from me. That would be cool. I'm trying to think of a time when you'd be able. I know for Gross Fest, as many of us as can be, I think are going to be joining up in Washington, Pennsylvania. I'll be hitting on that a little bit later in the show tonight, but that's in Washington, Pennsylvania for Gross Fest in July. And then let's see. Glamfang says, then having Corpus here is quite the honor. On YouTube, Tom says, oh, this is where we met, Corpus, LOL. That's right. I think you mentioned that last week or the week before. Corpus says, it is, Tom, hallowed ground. And Leroy says, because you, horror fam jam, are damn wicked. All right. Thanks. We are pretty damn wicked, I think. Let me see where we're at now. Oh, hey, this is something coming up too. On March 15th, that's Sunday, March 15th, I'm going to be there as a host of Chiller Chat. Bryan Hogue is host of Chiller Chat, but I'll be having a table, kind of like if you were at Gross Fest, you'd see. But I'll be there as me, not as Jack Shadow, but I will have a table of, for promoting Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat. So if you're in the area of, let's see, Monica, Pennsylvania, what's that? I think that's in Beaver County. That's going to be the Paranormal Marketplace, and I think they have do they have a page on Facebook? If not, I will be posting stuff and sharing stuff and linking stuff. I'm just mentioning it tonight, my very first mention of it, but that's coming up on Sunday, March 15th. So if you're in the area, if you want to stop by, I think it's free to the public. I don't think there's a price to get in, but it's a paranormal convention or vendor, a marketplace. So I don't know. I don't think they're having speakers there. I don't know enough about it. This was just I think 2 nights ago I was invited to come down to that. So I'll be posting stuff about that as time gets a little closer. Plus Brian Seach, I'll be having him on. He's been on Chiller Chat before in the past. The director of the Center of Cryptozoological. Trying to think of what the title is to that, but he's the director of that, and he will be on the show, and he'll be talking about the Paranormal Marketplace. So if you're in the area, come out and see us. Brad says, I'm watching bare knuckle fighting on Fight Network live streaming. Oh my! All right. And Corpus says, definitely going to Gross Fest. Cool. Brad says, AKK my personal Beckwith network. LOL. Okay, well, it's a good night for a fright and a fight, evidently. Angry Pennsylvanian. Hey, Brian, my son says hi. Please say hi to Brendan. Hey, Brendan, thanks for joining us. I appreciate that. And thank you for, guiding him our way, the angry Pennsylvanian. So, all right, thank you, Brendan. Brad says, I might be in North Carolina that weekend. Oh, okay, all right. Corpus says, come out, wherever you are. All right, let me throw that up there, too, about Gross Fest 3. That's coming up, of course, in July 25th and 26th. Now, if you've never been to a horror convention, even if you have, by golly, you ought to check this one out, because, as I said before in previous shows, it's just kind of neat. It's of course, for independent horror movies, novels, anything you can just possibly imagine is going to be there. And these guys, over the last year or so, Tim, Tom, Terrence, they've been on the show as viewers many, many times, and they've actually even been on here talking about Gross Fest. But these guys are really good hosts. They really take care of the vendors. And, of course, Jack Shadow's the official horror host of Gross Fest, so I definitely want to do my best to plug their event And hopefully, if you guys are even remotely in the area, hopefully I'll get to see some of you guys. If I've not met you yet, hopefully I get to meet you there. It'll just be a lot of fun. We're going to be there the entire time. So I know we're going to be there for both days. Um, and I hope you are too. So come on out. Come on out. As well as for the Paranormal Marketplace, and that's next month, March 15th. 1495 Old Broadhead Road, Monica, Pennsylvania, and that's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So, like I said, I'll be posting a lot more stuff about that on Facebook, but I wanted to at least mention it tonight. Grossa Street, Chop Block TV. Oh, yeah, yeah. I wonder if I could pull this picture up. I'm afraid I'm going to disconnect, but I don't know if you guys, I assume, maybe I shouldn't do that, but that you are watching Stream TV on the Roku channel. Maybe you're watching it just streamed online. I don't know, but if you do have Roku, check out Chop Block TV, and they have a Roku channel. And, I'm on there with Chiller Night Theater. Doc Dredd's on there with his movie reviews. So check that out. That's kind of neat. I got to send them some more movies here. Let's see here. All right. Corpus says, hi to Brendan. Hey, all right. Harry Gerald Dempsey Jr. says, Indy here, by the way. Oh, hey, thanks for joining us, Harry. All right, glad to have you. Oh, he says, just found you guys the other day on Chop Block. Okay, cool. Downloaded Stream TV and love it. Great show. Oh, thanks, Harry. Appreciate that. Well, I'm glad you got to find us there on Chop Block and are joining us here now. I hope we see a lot more of that in the future. And hopefully we will. Between Chop Block TV and, of course, Paranormal Warehouse, we're getting out there more and more. Of course, we've been on Stream TV for when did we start that? At the very end, I think October 28th of 2017, I think was our official debut on. So at the very end of 2017. That's how long though. Every Saturday night we've been doing this. So it takes a lot to bring that new content. You notice tonight on the schedule, everything is, of course, we've played in the past. We've played several times, but that's going to be the schedule tonight. But you see, every Tuesday night, I've been adding chiller chats. And next month, we just did a live Friday Night Frights with Jack Shadow. We played Silent Night, Bloody Night. The next one's going to be March 6th. Attack of the Giant Leeches, and we're going to have a live show every Friday in March. So I really, really hope you guys join us. Those are a lot of fun. They're a little hectic for me, I got to say, because it's a little different. I've touched on this before, because in the TV studio, when I do the show, I just show up, I do my thing, I go home. I then receive the file, and then I edit the show and send it back. But that's my part in it. Of course I write the dialogue and prepare for it. But I mean, I don't have any responsibility when it comes to the camera, the sound, the lighting. I don't do any of that. That's done by the like Luke Rio from the TV studio. Here I am. I'm doing everything. So, and then of course, if there's a technical glitch, and you guys know, because you've seen these before, if it can happen, it'll happen. I mean, a live show is very live, and there's nothing you can do about it when something goes wrong, except for just roll with it. Just roll with it, and just have fun, But upon saying that, it's kind of fun, I think, to see everything, even if there is a blooper, a glitch, or something like that. You are seeing the unedited version of the show. then I then will edit that program and send that off to whatever's going to be playing on a Roku channel, such as Stream TV, Chop Block TV. They will get the edited version of the show. So you kind of get a little sneak peek there of a live performance, a live show. The trick is not to have to do a second take, you know. That's one of those. Hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, one and done. As far as the dialogue, unless there's a, you know, the freeze, you know, the frame freezes or something, and I'm not aware of it at the time because I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking this way instead of over here. And then I realized, oh, we've been frozen. Okay, that's what happened the last time. But unfortunately, I was at the very end of the show. So, oh, and we had that contest giveaway by Brian Ivers was the winner. And he won some neat things. He won a autographed picture of Jack Shadow. He won a vintage Sleepy Hollow Theater T-shirt. It was the first show that Jack had been a horror host on. And he won a Vicelli Pizza in Butler, PA. They donated a T-shirt and a stocking cap for the prize. So that was kind of cool. And I'll have to see if I'm going to do. I'll do something, even if it's just an autographed picture. I want to do something at the end of those shows, just for the fun of it. I think it's a lot of fun. You know, throw something. Last time it was guess. You had to guess the title of the movie and the year it was released. So, and Brian, he was the one who got it. It was The Devil's Hand, 1961. So, congratulations once again to him. Brad says, when's the next Friday Night Friday movie? I am so sorry, Brad. That was probably quite a while ago. Yes, that Corpus is busy month. Leroy says, welcome to the best place to be, Harry. That's cool. Thanks, Leroy. And thank you, Harry, for joining us. Harry says, can only watch Svengoolie and his rerun so many times, LOL. Well, I totally understand that, and that's why I decided that beginning this year, because it's, as much as I love doing this stuff in the TV studio, I want to keep the ball rolling on new content. And so I really want to push myself to get these new episodes out every Friday night. They will be live. They will be live shows every Friday night. So you get to see Jack Shadow in his castle hosting these classic, or well, for the most part not so classic, horror and science fiction chiller movies of yesteryear. So I really hope you join us. I really, you know, spread the word, spread it, share it. So that's what I need. I need to build up the viewership, but that is a big deal to me, is to get you newer content. Of course, it's inevitable. I have to show reruns. I just don't have that kind of schedule to where I can keep up with it that much. But I'm giving it a pretty good effort here. Chiller Chat's going to be, you know, it's starting off as a weekly show, live. And Chiller Night Theater, I don't know if we can keep it going every Friday night, but in March, by golly, we will. So, and we'll see how that goes, and we'll just take it one month at a time. We'll go from there. So, I really enjoy this. I really enjoy all you guys for supporting the show and for supporting this show, even this show right here, the pre-show, where we all kind of get together and chat with each other before 9 p.m., before the monster movie Saturday night, you know, begins, at least on in our little chiller night world at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that's really fun. It's much appreciated. Tom says your glitches are epic. True. Well, thank you, Tom. Hey, I don't do anything small, you know. Yeah. Nothing. I don't do anything half. No way. I go all in. Corpus says, Angry Pennsylvanian, do you do Facebook as well as YouTube? Raymond, hey Raymond, howdy creeps. Harry says, so glad to find a new Saturday night show. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Harry. Glad to have you. Tell your friends. Brad says, Chillin' Night Theater, Saturday Night Horror Movies is back once again. Corpus is replying to Raymond German. Howdy. The angry Pennsylvanian says, no, I jumped off Facebook a long time ago. Too much politics and squabbling for me. That is true if, but like me, I don't post anything, political. It's one thing to have your viewpoints, and we're all free and welcome to have them, and that's. But I find it for me because I'm just on here, honestly, just to post stuff for entertainment and for the chiller shows, and back when I was doing Dark Horse Championship Wrestling, it was that, or promote whatever show or something like that I'm pushing. That's all I'm really on here for. So, but I understand what you're saying. Let's see. Tradition. You know what's neat about this, and I would never ever lean toward politics on here. Not that I don't welcome, opposing viewpoints and stuff like that, but this isn't the place for that, of course, because you've got thousands of other outlets for that. So pick one and go. But the neat thing is, and I say the neat thing is, because I'm friends with a lot of you, I do see your walls or your Facebook comments, your posts, and I can tell you, we've got some very diametrically opposite, viewpoints on a lot of things. But the neat thing is, and that's all cool. But the neat thing is, what I find fascinating is, right here, we're all like, one. Like you're all in the same mindset, and I think that's so cool. I've often thought about that. I've been, I was going to mention that before, and I thought I don't want to come across sounding, one way or the other. So, but I just figure, what the heck? I think that's a good thing. I think that's a positive thing. So, I like that. Brad says tradition is back. Heck yeah, it is. And then Leroy says, when I go down there, I want to try their pizza. They have good pizza. Vicelli's, Corpus says. Ava replying to Leroy Jacobs, I'll have it ready for you. There you go. Tom says, Jack will be on the castle set for all of Friday Night Frights in March. Yes. Yes. Yes, he will. What a task. But by golly, I don't always choose the easy road a lot of times. I wanted to try this. And I figure March is, I'll tell you what, can I sit here right now and tell you I'm going to have 4? I don't know. I'm going to give it my best shot. But if I don't think it's going to be a good quality production, I don't want to get on here and be, that's not the type of show that I really do off the cuff like this one. Even this one though, even this show right here, there's some preparation for what I do throughout the week. I say, oh, this is something I'd like to talk about. I'll make a note, and then throughout the week I'll be loading it up in my queue. But that Children Night Theater, I like that to be really prepared for when it comes time for that theme music to start. Jack Shadow is in the zone. He's got to be thinking like that monstrous, creepy, cryptic Jack Shadow, and I'm sure it's inevitable that you're going to see, especially off the cuff, the live interaction. There's certainly traits of Bryan spilling over. But yeah. The answer to that is yes. Yes. He will be. He will be there every Friday. Harry says, great. All right, cool. Al says, we love this show. Thank you, Al. Thank you very much. I'm excited about this year. I am excited about March. As as much as like the haunted house, as much as, oh boy, it'd be so much easier not to do that and jump headfirst into things. I never got anywhere by doing that. So I do. I've I've told the boys, and like I've told people, if this is my comfort zone, this is where great things happen. Define great in your own in your own way, but I don't think anything is really ever accomplished in your comfort zone. So I will I you know I I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. You get out of that comfort zone, and you take that chance. Sometimes you don't make it, sometimes you do. Uh, I have to sometimes prep myself mentally and say, I'm going to take away mentally. I'm going to take away that safety net, and that's why sometimes I I promote something and think I promote it, and then I have to sit there and figure out how I'm going to do it. So, and some of the fun for me is the battle, or you know the chase. Figuring out how I'm gonna catch this certain little goal and make it work. So, um, Bob Books, hey Bob, how you doing there? Thanks for joining us. Love the shirt, Brian. Oh, thank you. This is actually one of those older, uh, the older title look when they were coming up with the different designs for this for Star Wars. In fact, just over there, just out of arm's reach, is the original Star Wars book. It says by George Lucas. Of course, anybody who knows a little bit behind the scenes on that, it knows it was ghost written by Alan Dean Foster. Uh, but it's funny because it's got all the old artwork before it was a motion picture, before the first novel was printed. Should I do it? What the heck? I'm gonna do it. Let me grab this. Check this out. Check it out. It says soon to be a spectacular motion picture from 20th Century Fox. And then this, of course, is the one that everybody bought back in. I think it was. I know the movie came out in '76. Yeah, copyright in '76, and but this was even before that. So kind of cool, kind of neat. I like stuff like that. I love science fiction just as much as the chiller stuff. That's why I try to push, yeah. Killers from Space, Plan 9 from Outer Space, Godzilla. I love that stuff. I wish we could play Godzilla movies on here. Let's see. Where did I get? Oh, Corporate says, so I see we have Glam and AP in here, but where are the others lurking? Reveal yourselves. Yes. Yes, show yourselves. Where are you? Where are you? Brad says, did you see Rise of Skywalker yet, Brian? No, I haven't seen that. No, I haven't. Anything dealing with the Skywalker saga after The Last Jedi. My opinion, folks, I just was not about to give Lucasfilm not one penny, not one penny. I won't do it. So I won't get into that. Raymond says, Brian, what glitch happened last Saturday? On here, or you mean Friday on the Friday Night Frights? If you're talking about that, as I was giving the last bit of dialogue, fortunately, like I said, it was at the end of the show, but it was on Jack's last segment, and as I was talking, I didn't realize it, but the frame had frozen. So I didn't know. I didn't see it because I'm not looking over here. I'm looking at the camera, and I'm doing my thing, whatever the dialogue was, and I'm sitting here saying that into the camera, standing here saying this into the camera, not knowing that that we're frozen. So then I had to actually disconnect. It disconnected on Facebook, but it didn't disconnect on YouTube, and I was able to reconnect, start over, get everybody on board again, and then begin. and then we did finish out the show. So it's stuff like that that, you know, when you're doing it, you're like, it's like, oh no, you know, am I going to be able to finish this? I really want to, you know, I have to finish the show. And so, but we did. We got through it. I think when people watch these, I don't like to break characters, Jack Shadow. For the life of me, I don't know why. It's just that I guess that's that showman in me. When I did the wrestling, you know, I didn't like to break that through that the fourth wall or whatever. I don't like somebody asking me, is wrestling fake? You know, I still, my answer is not what the obvious answer is going to be. I'll sit there, I'll say, and I'm saying all this to lead up to the thing about Jack Shadow is like, I'll sit there and say, you know, when you go to a magician, when you go see a magic show, you see, you know, do you want to hear that magician? You paid to get in. You're in that zone. Do you want to hear him say, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to turn this lady. I'm about to do an illusion that makes it look as though I'm turning this lady into a tiger. Or do you want him to say, no, behold, you know, you're about to see me turn this woman, transform her magically, supernaturally into a tiger, a beast of the wild. Now you're like, yeah, I'd kind of like to see that. But before he'd probably be saying, no, he just told me he's doing an illusion. You know it's an illusion, but, and so I say that, I say, you know, and totally off topic, yes, everything that you're going to see here tonight with professional wrestling is real, you know. But I like to throw that little story in there first because they have to understand what I'm saying, I would think. But I don't know. I don't like to get out of character as Jack Shadow. If I can avoid it, sometimes, you know, when you're doing something live, you're like, oh, all right, is everybody back on here? So where am I at here? Wow, there's so many comments. Thank you guys. I'm sorry that I can't keep up with them. So if I miss one of yours, I apologize in advance, but this is great. This is great. But at least you guys can see what you're all writing. Glam Fang says, welcome, Harry. This is a fun place to be. Thank you, Glam. Leroy says, bro, I invited my crew to your show because your show is wicked. Ah, thank you, Leroy. Thanks. Yeah, bring him in. Bring in the fold. Brad says, still better than The Last Jedi, LOL. What, Rise of Skywalker? Okay, I have heard that. Ava says, replying to Raymond, I think it was background noise, LOL. Yeah, that's true. We had some of that too. Angry Pennsylvanian, Brendan, hi, Harry, welcome. Corpus says, oh, so The Love Witch watched it last night. What an odd movie. Oh, okay. I saw somebody was going to watch that. I didn't know if it was you or Cassandra or maybe both of you. Bob says, we are bipartisan here. Yes, we are. Absolutely. We are that indeed, but we are one chiller in spirit and mind. Oh. Cool. Jason or Leroy says, yeah, because we're a horror fan jam. Right. Darn right we are. Raymond says, we are here for the spooky movies and to escape the harsh reality. That's exactly it. You know, that's kind of funny because I mean, no matter what job you could be working in any office, you know, there's certain stresses involved with that. Of course, I'm sure you all know, or most of you know, unless you knew that, you know, I was a police officer. I did a career as a police officer, and there were certain stresses with that, obviously. But my escape, I didn't want to sit and think about that. You know, there's a lot of good qualities that I saw in people that were brought to the surface throughout the span of that career. A lot of good things, but you saw a lot of ugly too. And the neat thing about this stuff is that was always my escape with the haunted houses, with the chiller show. I started doing the Jack Shadow character back in 2006. I didn't start horror hosting until 2008, but all the time, like this never left me. Even before I started doing stuff like that, horror movies for me was always a big part of my childhood, and into my adulthood, it was my escape. Horror and science fiction and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, there's that real world, And then there's this little fun world that we get to visit every once in a while, and so I just think it's a good balance. That's the way I look at it, and a lot of you must too. Um, Brad says, "Hey, no politics." I agree. Not here, not here. Do what you want outside of the chiller shows and all that stuff. Holy cow, 8:49! Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I would have guessed it being about 8:30. I really would have. This is fantastic. Uh, Ava says I went to watch it yesterday, but the boys wouldn't leave the room, so I'll try it tomorrow. Now I have a house of teenage boys. Oh yeah, because Bradley's. We had a. I'll put this up here real quick. This was Bradley's. We had. This is him about to. I think his candles are still lit in that picture. His 16 years. So, all right. So there we go. We had the family and his friends around the table there, around the cake. So we had a full house today, and we still have quite a bit of people here. So, replaying to Corpus. Let me scroll down. David says, "Can't wait for the live shows. Really looking forward to them." Oh yeah, yeah, me too. And David, of course, is from Vicelli Pizza. We always a big thank you to Vicelli Pizza for supporting us. Um, Raymond's Tom says, "I can't wait to see Jack out of his comfort zone." Yeah. Yeah, boy, there are a few occasions where he is. Yeah, this Friday Night Frights. Oh boy, I'll tell you. Who does this, huh? Let me ask you that. Who does this? Uh, you know, maybe in a TV studio, but more like back in the day. It was a live show, like Chiller Theater. I use that as an example. Chiller Theater, Chili Billy Cardell. He was there at the TV station, um, live every Saturday night. That went out live, and a lot of times he didn't get done until like 3 in the morning because sometimes they did double features, or they started playing it later on once they started airing Saturday Night Live. So he would get home. He lived pretty close to the station, but I mean, still, even still, a lot of times he didn't get home. He didn't even get out of the studio till 3:30 in the morning. So yeah. But here we go, folks. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. Down the road, I would love for now. Now here's the thing. When I say this, I'm still going to be doing the TV studio production. That's during the week, though. So I'll still do some pre-recorded shows. I'll still have those. So you'll still see the set. You'll still see Jack in the chair and the larger set. But I want this eventually, I would love to see this as a weekly show that Jack Shadow is going to be on there. You're going to see a different movie every week. That's where I would like this to go. It's where I wanted this to go years ago. Years and years ago, before I ever even went on Stream TV, I really wanted this to be how it happened. Bob Book said, "I didn't know that about Alan Dean." Yeah. That was actually Alan Dean Foster who wrote the Star Wars books, and then George Lucas, before he knew that they were going to do Empire Strikes Back, they had this idea that, we'll do Splinter of the Mind's Eye, written by Alan Dean Foster, very famous science fiction author, to convert over into a movie if we didn't go ahead and get the green light to do Empire Strikes Back, because Splinter of the Mind's Eye didn't, Han Solo's not in that book because Harrison Ford, he wasn't renewed yet. His contract wasn't renewed. It was a way to do a cheaper movie if the sequel didn't get approved, the budget and everything, and the contracts and all that. That's where Splinter of the Mind's Eye came from. I didn't know that until last year. All the behind the scenes facts on it, but there you go. Let's see. Anthony Emmanuel played Killdozer. Hey Anthony, thanks for joining us. Killdozer, wow. I think I've only ever heard of that one other time. If that's the one I'm thinking, I don't think I've ever seen it. I'll have to look that one up because I'm not familiar with that one. Um, Raymond says, replying to Corpus, Ava Hogue, I would have been screaming. What, with everybody in here or taking Bradley out to? I'm so sorry, folks. I've missed so many comments. But David says there's always the nice chiller sci-fis. Yeah, I love those. Those were every bit of part of chiller theater to me when I was growing up. To see the old UFO, the aliens invading Earth and stuff like that, or Godzilla, because chiller theater played all those movies. Raymond says, "Oh, I remember now. Give Jack Shadow a good spanking for what? What did he do? I would have been screaming." What did he do? Jack is bad. Uh, Bob says yes. Keep the kayfabe with Jack. Yeah, I try my best as much as I can. Corpus says I like how you don't break character. I give it my best honest effort. I do. Sometimes when this stuff goes wrong, it's like what would a dark lord of the realm of the underworld do? Well, I guess he just for certain he's really out of his element there. Leroy says, there we go. Almost lost you guys. My cell died. Uh-oh. Raymond says, wrestling is real. I have no comment for that. Let's see. Forgotten Shadows. Hello, I've come to contribute the enormous amount of comments you can't keep up with. All right. Well, thank you. No. Contribute away. Contribute away. We have 5 minutes, so which really means we have about 3 because I like to cut it short a couple minutes before 9 o'clock so you guys can go fire up your Roku devices and jump on Stream TV. I'll show that schedule and then I'll show the website again one more time. Well, you can see it up there in the upper right. Streammedia.tv. Streammedia.tv at 9 p.m. and just a few minutes away, Jack Shadow will present White Zombie with Bela Lugosi. Very good movie. If you've never seen it, check it out. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Samantha Diener. Samantha, of course, plays Elvon Knock on the show. 11:30 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is The Devil's Hand. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Leah Dawn Madden. She talks about real life vampires, why she believes in them. 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Beast from Haunted Cave, the old one of the old Roger Corman films. And then, of course, we saw StreamMedia.tv, and there it is again, right there. So StreamMedia.tv. Anthony says Killdozer is in public domain. All right, we'll have to check out Killdozer. Corpus is likely under Killdozer is likely under copyright, but I can also check it for Thursday Night Chiller Night Watch Party on Facebook. Okay, well, we'll check that out. Killdozer, huh? I don't know if I may have heard of that, but it's nothing that really, it doesn't sound familiar to me. Unless you've been on here and mentioned that before, it seems to me I can almost remember that. Forgotten Shadows. Escape the harsh reality. The artist's job is not to succumb to despair, but to find an antidote for the emptiness of existence. Woody Allen. That's very deep. Very deep. Raymond says, replying to Corpus Christine, where can I see Love Witch? What was that on? Was that Netflix? Or I actually forget what we were on. We only got a few minutes left. I got about a minute, maybe 2, if I really squeeze things, make them work. Okay. Corpus says, Brian, you have a request. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Killdozer. Okay. Wow. Oh, it's in Shudder right now. Okay, Shudder is where we must have seen that. Okay, cool. Yep, Ava says it's on Shudder. And then the Angry Pennsylvania. Brian, do you have major plans for the show in the not too distant future? Yes, I do. I plan on doing a few more of the TV studio ones. I'd like to get some more of those taped and edited, and then I would like to just continue with the live show. So you have a nice blend of each. Plus, I'm throwing some commercials in there. So that helps out with the sponsorship. And let's see. Craig Weiss says hi. Hey, Craig. Thanks for joining us. We are almost out of time. In fact, we are out of time. We are all out of time. I see it's 8:59. We got to call it quits. Wow, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for all the comments and all the interaction. That was a great night. So have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We'll see you next week. And don't forget about Tuesday night chiller chat with Doc Dredd. Doc Dredd will be with us. See you later.